Radical equations. A radical equation is an equation whose unknown quantity is in the radicand. Below are examples of radical equations and not radical equations. For radical equations, we have here, first example, 3 times square root of x plus 5 equals 20. And then the second example is square root of 2x minus 3 equals x plus 2. Some variable x are found in the radicand. Not radical equations. We have here, first example, x square root of 3 plus 5 equals 20. Second example, x plus cube root of 3 equals 2 times cube root of 3. Variable x is not part of radicand. Solving radical equations. In solving radical equations, you have to follow the following steps. 1. Write the equation such that the radical containing the unknown is on one side of the equation. 2. Combine similar terms. 3. Raise both sides of the equation to a power same as the index of the radical. The equation should be free of radical to complete the solution. 4. Check if the value or values obtained will make the original equation true. Solving radical equations. Solve the following equations. Number 1. We have here 9 minus 4th root of x equals 8. So let us copy first our problem. Then, since we have here an operation of subtraction, we're going to use addition property of equality to move this 9 on the right side of the equation. So using addition property, we're going to have here negative 4th root of x equals 8 minus 9. And then we're going to combine like terms. Equals 8 minus 9 is negative 1. Next, since we have here a negative sign on our left side with respect to our radical or to our radicand, we're going to multiply both sides by negative 1. So by multiplying both sides by negative 1, there's going to be 4th root of x equals 1. And then, to eliminate this radical sign, we're going to raise both sides with 4, which is the same as the index. We're going to have here now x equals 1 raised to 4. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 is equal to 1. X is equal to 1. Next, number 2. We have here 3 times square root of 5x minus 1 equals 6x. Since the operation here is multiplication, we need to eliminate that by using division. So, divide both sides by 3. Now, we can now eliminate 3 on our numerator and have square root of 5x minus 1 equals 6x divided by 3, which is equals to 2x. Now that the radical is isolated on the left side, we can now raise both sides by 2. Again, check for the index first and then raise both sides with the same value as the index. Now we can now eliminate the radical sign and have 5x minus 1 equals 2 squared is 4, then x squared is x squared. Then let us arrange our terms. We're going to have here a quadratic equation such as 4x squared minus 5x plus 1 using APE. Next, you can use any method in solving quadratic equation. So in this case, I'm going to use factoring. So first, let's multiply the coefficient of the first term with the constant term. So we're going to have 4, and our goal is to have negative 5. So let's get some factor of 4, and that will be negative 4 times negative 1. To check, negative 4 times negative 1 will give you 4. And then for the sum, negative 4 minus 1 will give you negative 5. So this is equal now to our factor r. First, no, we're going to divide this first by the value of a, which is 4. So to simplify this one, the two factors, this will give us negative 1. And then the other one is negative 1/4. So this is going to be x minus 1. Then the other one is, oh sorry, x minus 1. Then the other one is x minus 1/4. Using zero product property, the value of x here is x equals 1. Then the other one is x equals 1/4. Word problem. The square root of twice a certain number is subtracted from the number and the result is 4. Find the number. So first, let us translate our statement. The square root of twice a certain number. So this means we're going to have a square root twice a certain number. So we're going to assign x for that certain number. So that is 2x. It means we're going to multiply it by 2. Is subtracted from this phrase is subtracted from the number means we're going to put that certain number on our first term and then minus square root of 2x. And the result is 4 equals 4. Find the number. So now to do that, we're going to isolate our radical. So using APE, our radical here is square root of 2x. So we need to remove this x and put that on the right side. This will give us square root of 2x equals negative x plus 4. Next, I want to eliminate this negative sign. So multiply both sides by negative 1. And this will give us square root of 2x equals, this is going to be x minus 4. Now, the next step is to remove this radical sign. To do that, we're going to raise both sides by the value which is the same as the index. The index here is 2, so raise both sides by 2. And then this is going to be 2x equals, using FOIL method, x squared minus 8x plus 16. Next, combine like terms, this will give us x squared minus 10x plus 16. Now we're going to use FOIL method. We're going to use factoring here. You can use any method in solving quadratic equations, but in this case, I'll use factoring. So I'll factor out 16 first, which is the value of c. And I need to think of a number that will give me a negative 10 for the sum. So I think that will be negative 8 and negative 2. I'll be having here x minus 8 times x minus 2 equals 0. Using zero product property, this will give me x equals 8 or x equals, and then to check, let us check if we obtain the correct value of x. So for 8, let's try that out to for the checking. So let us assign 8 for the x. 8 minus square root of 2 times 8 equals 4. So this is going to be 8 minus 2 times 8 is 16 minus 4. So this will give us 8 minus square root of 16 is 4 equals 4. Then 4 equals 4. So good. So x equals 8 is a good value for x. What about 2? Let's try this out. If x equals 2, we're going to have here 2 minus, so 2 minus square root of 2 times 2 equals 4. So 2 minus is going to be 4 square root of 4 minus 4. And then 2 minus 2 equals 4. 2 minus 2 is 0. So that is 0 equals 4. And since 0 is not equal to 4, 0 is not equal to 4, our answer is x equals 8. So I will be erasing this one. So x equals 2 is an erroneous root. So we'll stick with x equals 8.